Get ready with me for the eighth game. It's eighth game? Eighth game of the season. While we talk about jealousy, dating someone with notoriety, or and all that. I get a lot of messages from girls about either they're like freshmen in college and they're going through like long distance for the first time. And I've also mentioned several times on here like how I was very toxic when I first met Travis. And that stemmed obviously from insecurities and jealousy. So that would be like a good topic to, talk about. I think really early on in my relationship, I was very insecure because I had already not trusted any men. So I took that and I used my past trauma, past relationships, and I put it on Travis. They say like when you're with somebody and they're dealing with a heart that they didn't break, that's kind of what I was doing to Travis. So I didn't trust him at all. I was always messaging him where he's at, like what is he doing. But I think what really mostly healed me was learning that a man is going to cheat, whether you're on them or not. If a man wants to cheat, they're going to cheat. So it's not worth stressing yourself out over. So I guess kind of learned to let go and let God. If that's what's going to happen, then I'll just leave. I've told Travis a million times, like, I don't care if we were 10 years in our marriage, if we had 4 kids, if he cheats, I'm leaving him. And you have to value yourself and your self-respect more than you love a person, because you don't want to be made a fool. And if someone cheats on you, I think you should leave every single time. I don't think there's no really reason that you should forget someone. But if you do, because I've been there, I think every girl's been there and I've done it before. If you're going to forgive, you have to forgive and move on. You can't hold that over their head, or it's going to make your relationship really, really toxic. If you choose to stay, you have to stay and move on. You can't sit there and reflect on it. And for all the girls that message me and they're like, the first time in college and their boyfriend went off to go play football, I think if you think that they're cheating, they probably are. Hey, Avery. They are. If you think that your partner's cheating, they most likely are. So I would always listen to your gut. I say that your intuition is your guardian angel. I think God gave you intuition for a reason, and that's your angels looking out for you. So if you have dreams or God speaks to you in different ways, I think you just listen to that. My thing is, if I'm thinking things that, like, if I think things are going on, I'll say a prayer and I just ask God to uncover all things that are happening behind my back. And I don't just do that with relationships. I do it with friendships too. If I think like I have a friend that's being fake or talking about me behind my back, I will pray to God to uncover, because what's done in the dark will always come to light. So you just pray about it, and every time it's revealed. I actually recently this year lost my closest friend because I felt like something was going on, and I prayed about it, and it was uncovered to me the next week, and I haven't spoken to that friend since. And yeah, I think that goes with relationships and friendships. I'm gonna go do my hair and then I will come back. Okay, we're back. Yeah, I think it's important though that you trust your partner. And even if you don't, do the work to learn to trust. I think when it comes to insecurities and jealousy and lack of trust and stuff, I think you have to do the inner work to heal past trauma, to heal things you've been through, or the relationship will never work. I'm actually reading this book. It's called The Inner Work of Relationships, and it's really just about deep diving through your childhood trauma and things you go through to heal it. It talks about responding to anger and fights with your partner. It's really all about healing your past childhood trauma, and so you can be the best version of yourself in a relationship. And I think that's really important. Also, therapy is really important, but I think you should, it's through trial and error. Don't ever settle with the first therapist, unless of course you love them. But I had to go to multiple before I found a therapist that I loved. And I don't do therapy no more, but when I did, it worked crazy good. I think something else that's super important in a relationship is not comparing your relationship to other people. What do they say? What's that saying? Comparison is the thief of joy. When you compare your life to other people's, it really just makes you hate your own life. And there's no, what did J. Cole say? There's no such thing as life better than yours. That's real. That's so real. And I think people glamorize like dating an athlete, and that's why you'll never catch me like hashtag football girlfriend, hashtag NFL wife, hashtag, you know what I'm saying? I don't use those. You'll never see me using those because I think it brings in a crowd of people where it's like, oh, they're only watching you for your lifestyle, and I don't want that. I don't want people who just watch me just because of who I'm with. Well, I mean, that's bound to happen, but I mean like just like the lifestyle and comparing their lives, like, oh my god, your life is so perfect, because it's not, and no relationship is perfect, no life is perfect. You'll always have problems no matter who you are. That's human. And I've said this multiple times, and me and Travis used to be very toxic. I mean, he wasn't toxic on his part, I was very toxic. So we used to fight a lot, and now we don't fight ever. And I think it has to do with us not letting people in our relationship, us not comparing our relationship to others, or putting too much out there where people have an input in what we do in our relationship either. Dating someone with a lot of notoriety, I think you deal with a lot of women who don't respect your relationship at all. I didn't read this. Ex-NFL wife, which was one of Travis's coach's wives, she told me, she said, it takes someone really special to play football and someone even more special to love somebody who plays football. And I think that's so true, because you have to be really, really secure in yourself, especially with what comes with this life. I think I had a lot less problems at Jackson State. The women there were like way more respectful than the women here at Colorado. Of course, there's random girls everywhere, which has always happened, but women here in Colorado, I've literally met females. Like, I met this girl on the dance team. This is tea, y'all. I met a girl on the dance team. She came up to me. She's like, you're literally so pretty. Like, oh my gosh. And we went home, and that same girl DM'd Travis, like, her eyes. Like crazy. And Jackson State, and that happens like with a lot of girls at CU. Like, I see them because I'll click on their, Travis shows me everything, and Travis blocks girls like that because first of all, that's unattractive, that you don't have respect for a relationship, like you're sloppy, that's messy, and Travis just blocks all females. But so he'll show me them first, like he'll show me things first, and like they'll have like CU in their bio, like, you know, he has a fiance. That's so disrespectful. And I never had those problems at Jackson State. I think there was maybe a couple, but nowhere to the capacity of like the girls here. They have absolutely no respect. Girls there in Jackson were like way more respectful. I think they had morals. Girls here don't have too many morals. So yeah, I try to separate myself from a lot of people here. I have, my circle's this small. I have one friend. She's my sister-in-law. She's right there. Gabby, look. No, I have a couple friends. I have a couple. My cousin, her, my best friend Audra. I miss her. That's my baby. She was a football girlfriend actually, and that's like one of the only football girlfriends I've ever like really clicked with, because she's just like me, and she literally became my best friend in like a month, and we're best friends to this day. I think having a partner that is very, what's it called when they're like, they help you? Reassuring. Having a reassuring partner is very important. Because even when I do have my moments like now, I have a partner who reassures me. He's never leaving me, and he doesn't want anybody but me. So that's really important, and I never had to deal with like my fiance not showing me off and not posting me. I just feel like I don't think I could be with a man who wasn't proud to be with me or shout it from the rooftops, you know? And I think a lot of girls are with men who like feel like they hide them, and that causes more insecurities than men know. Because I have a man who's not afraid to show me off, not afraid to post me, and love me out loud, basically. So I'm super grateful for my partner and growing, because I was very insecure when we first got together, and we've only grown and will only continue to grow, and I think that's most important. And yeah, go to my next video for my outfit. Also no video next week because next week is bye week.